Step into the dark with 10 creepy hidden horror gems you can stream right now. From pulse-pounding scares to twisted tales of terror, these chilling pics will crawl into your mind and stay there. Number 10, The Lords of Salem.
The devil's child would inherit the earth.
Satan, come to us!
Heidi, a troubled radio DJ in Salem, Massachusetts, receives a strange wooden box containing a vinyl record labeled "A Gift from the Lords." When she plays it on air, its eerie tune awakens buried terrors, triggering violent hallucinations and dark visions rooted in the town's witch-burning past. As Heidi spirals into isolation and madness, she uncovers a secret coven and a prophecy that ties her to an ancient ritual. The streets of Salem echo with whispers, shadows creep behind every door, and her sanity fractures with each pulse of the cursed melody. What begins as an odd musical anomaly becomes a full-blown occult awakening, leading her into a horrifying confrontation with something far older and more powerful than she could ever imagine. Number 9, Body Cam. Late at night on a desolate highway, a routine police stop turns into a scene of brutal carnage, caught entirely on a malfunctioning body camera. Officer Renee Lamido Smith is assigned to the case, but what begins as a standard investigation soon spirals into something far more sinister. As she uncovers disturbing footage and connects a string of violent deaths, a ghostly presence seems to stalk her every move. Shadows twist behind flashing red and blue lights, and the very tools meant to provide truth, body cams, start to reveal impossible, horrifying images. Haunted by her past and hunted by a force seeking justice from beyond, Renee finds herself in a race to uncover secrets buried deep within her own department. Directed by Malik Vithal, Body Cam is a supernatural horror where every frame hides something waiting to strike. Number 8, The Hitcher. College sweethearts Jim and Grace set off on a road trip through the wide, empty highways of New Mexico, young, free, and completely unprepared for the terror ahead. When they pick up a lone hitchhiker during a stormy night, their kindness turns fatal. The man calls himself John Ryder, but there's nothing ordinary about him. Cold, quiet, and unnervingly calm, he soon reveals a taste for blood and chaos. Framed for his crimes and hunted across the desert, Jim and Grace are forced into a brutal game of cat and mouse with a predator who thrives on fear and destruction. As the miles stretch on, the road offers no escape, only more carnage. Directed by Dave Meyers, The Hitcher is a ruthless, high-speed nightmare about how one wrong decision can unleash unstoppable evil. Number 7, Late Phases. Ambrose McKinley, a blind Vietnam veteran, moves into a quiet retirement community tucked near the edge of a dense forest. But peace is short-lived. On his first night, something vicious tears through his neighbor's home and leaves Ambrose's guide dog slaughtered. While police dismiss it as a wild animal attack, Ambrose senses something far worse stalking the woods. Determined not to die quietly, he begins to prepare for the next full moon, setting traps and uncovering buried secrets behind the town's eerie silence. With no one to trust and time running out, Ambrose readies himself for a final stand against the beast that hunts under silver light. Late Phases is a gritty, old-school werewolf tale that pits one man's fading strength against an ancient hunger. Number 6, Attachment.
She's a very troubled woman.
I have everything under control, just the way I like it.
Maya, a faded Danish actress, falls hard for Leah, a bright young academic visiting from London. Their connection is instant, magnetic, and full of promise, until a sudden seizure sends Leah back to her Orthodox Jewish home, with Maya following close behind. There, in a cramped London apartment under the watchful eye of Leah's deeply religious mother, something begins to fester. Shadows move differently, old books hum with secrets, and unseen forces seem to turn the walls against Maya. As her love deepens, so too does the fear that something ancient has latched onto Leah, and it won't let go without a fight. Cultural boundaries, grief, and folklore intertwine into a chilling puzzle that unravels sanity and devotion. Number 5, House of 1,000 Corpses.
This can't be real, this can't be real, this can't be real!
Four young adults on a carefree road trip through the dusty back roads of rural America stop at a strange gas station/museum run by a disturbing clown figure, only to be drawn into a far more twisted world than they imagined. What begins as roadside cheekiness leads into a hidden estate of one deranged family whose hospitality masks sadistic games, grotesque rituals, and unrelenting terror. Eyes widen, bodies fall, and what looked like Halloween kitsch becomes a nightmare of captivity and survival. There's rust-colored earth, jeering laughter in the dark, and the sense that every basement door leads somewhere worse. The film is a brutal camp-tinged horror ride where innocence crashes into Americana gone violently wrong. Number 4, Cast a Deadly Spell.
Then what makes you so special?
He's the right guy.
I'm serious.
And why are you wearing that hat?
But it's the...
In an alternate 1948 Los Angeles, magic is woven into daily life, used like electricity, cast like currency. But Detective H. Philip Lovecraft refuses to dabble in the dark arts. When he's hired to find a stolen book, the Necronomicon, he's dragged into a world of arcane rituals, corrupted power, and monstrous transformations lurking beneath the city's neon-lit glamour. Sorcerers walk the streets, zombies work construction, and shadows move with intent. As Lovecraft follows the trail, every lead pulls him deeper into a web of forbidden spells and looming apocalyptic forces. Directed by Martin Campbell, Cast a Deadly Spell conjures a smoky, spellbound crime tale where the monsters wear fedoras, and some books should never be opened. Number 3, The Final Girls.
Wait, selfie time.
Max Cartwright never imagined her mother's legacy would pull her into a living nightmare. During a special screening of an old slasher film her mom starred in, a bizarre accident rips the theater open, literally, and Max and her friends find themselves trapped inside the movie. Now they must navigate the bloody plot of Camp Bloodbath, where every cliché kills and one wrong move could mean a real death. Max watches her mother's character play out her doomed role, forced to decide between rewriting the script or watching history repeat itself. The Final Girls is a stylish, heartfelt meta-slasher that slices through genre tropes while honoring the power of memory, sacrifice, and final girls who refuse to die quietly. Number 2, The Devil's Rejects.
Are you feeling it, brother? Kill him!
In a stark turn from typical horror backroads fare, 3 members of the psychotic Firefly clan burst from the wreckage of their rural slaughterfest and hit the road with one goal: keep running until someone stops them. The sadistic trio, captured in a blaze of bullets and sirens, become fugitives on the open highway, tailed by a single-minded sheriff whose personal vendetta has morphed into something darker. What unfolds is a brutal manhunt through dusty motels, shotgun blasts, and twisted family loyalty, where the villains become the hunted and the hunt becomes horrific. With no safe place to hide and every mile another blood-soaked turn, the film refuses to let you off gently. Number 1, Thesis.
Tenga nada que ver con esto.
Te has enamorado del malo, imbécil.
Creo que alguien ha estado registrando mi dormitorio.
¿Pero qué coño haces ahí? Ese tío está implicado.
Angela, a quiet film student at a prestigious Madrid university, chooses media violence as the topic for her thesis. But when her professor suddenly dies while viewing a mysterious tape, Angela discovers a hidden VHS in the school's archive, one that appears to show a real murder. As she investigates the origins of the footage, she's drawn into a world of underground snuff films where obsession, voyeurism, and brutality blur together behind locked doors and academic halls. The deeper she digs, the closer the danger creeps, and soon, the camera turns toward her. Thesis is a razor-sharp horror thriller that explores the darkest corners of film, obsession, and the price of looking too closely. Here are 4 other movies you have to see. Exeter. A group of teenagers stage a wild party inside an abandoned asylum and decide on a dare to play with the occult. The experiment unleashes a brutal, unseen force. Trapped and cut off from help, the teens must unravel the building's dark history in hopes of surviving. The asylum's decaying halls become a maze of dread and ritual, where every locked door hides a deeper threat. Bite. On a bachelorette trip to Costa Rica, a young bride-to-be receives a seemingly minor insect bite, but the effects soon become horrifying and irreversible. Back home, she begins a disturbing transformation that merges body horror with mounting isolation, leaving her friends and fiancé helpless. The film gradually morphs into a grotesque portrait of change, fear, and the monstrous lurking beneath the surface. Hostile dimensions.
Safe enough for you?
Two documentary filmmakers investigate the mysterious disappearance of a graffiti artist who vanished after discovering a freestanding door in an abandoned building. As they follow the clues, the doorway opens onto alternate dimensions and surreal realities far beyond their expectations. What begins as a missing person case becomes a mind-bending journey into the unknown, where exploration and terror collide. Eat. Novella McClure, an actress struggling in Hollywood, is drowning in rejection, failed auditions, and mounting anxiety when she begins to self-harm in the most disturbing way. What starts as a minor compulsion spirals into self-destruction and a grotesque obsession with flesh and identity. The film blends body horror with a grim commentary on ambition, self-worth, and the price of survival in a ruthless industry.